What's up, dude? Thought I'd come to you outside today, because it's still nice here in Canada. And I have my puppies out with me, so that's always fun. Not to get something points or anything. I'm out on my deck, which currently is being renovated on, so that's fun. But I wanted to come to you today with the product called Fume. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a product all about trying to get people off e-cigarettes and natural cigarettes by using essential oils instead. Get it out of there. So, e-cigarettes, or vapes as they're more commonly called, is very popular, especially in my demographic, teenager. So, like, everyone does it. Where I live, because pot's legalized, you're either smoking or you're vaping. And there's like the kids, of course, that don't do it, like me, so I don't know much about this stuff, but there's kids that do a lot of it. And it's kind of sad sometimes to watch, but apparently Fume is supposed to be better. I haven't actually bought one, I'll be completely frank with you, because I'm pretty sure it's also as bad as vapes. Either way, you're breathing in tons of bacteria and stuff that you don't need to breathe in, such as essential oils, which can be life-threatening to your lungs. Yes, you can have essential oils normally, like a diffuser. I actually have one in my room right now that I'm using because my room smells bad. But we're using it, and it's like making it smell better in there, but not in a dangerous sense. Antiperspirants, another thing, like that's fine to use sometimes, but don't like with an antiperspirant, that's gonna kill you. Nothing's good for your lungs other than like oxygen that's supposed to be in it. Like everything else, if you get particles like water or dirt or stuff in your lungs, it's not good for your lungs. Anyway, so the Fume is supposed to use essential oils, these cores that you basically suck on to get through the day. And you know, they're meant to be a little fidgety too, and they're meant to, like, they have all this twists and stuff. So think of like those fidget cubes that were big a couple years ago. And now they're here as like to help you stop fidgeting, to give you the sensation of sucking on a straw, and to also smell good, I guess. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't let anyone smoke these because they seem just as dangerous. So, as I was saying, they're very closely related because the e-cigarette or a vape and the Fume, you both are going to have the same sensation in your brain. It's a hit of dopamine for doing something that's cool or edgy. When I was looking at videos of it online, people were like, it's weird, it got me off using my vape, but now I have this sensation to hit the Fume. And that's not good either. You shouldn't have this urge to hit the vape or hit the Fume. And like, as cool as Fume sounds, didn't we think that when vape came out? We're like, oh, there's all these cool flavors, it's safe for children. And then you do a little bit of research on it, and it's like, oh, you get popcorn lungs if you do it. You're basically putting moisture into your lungs, and that's not good. It hasn't sold me in any other way to make it seem more better than a vape. Because when I searched online about what essential oils are good for, they're good for that sensation in your brain at a distance. Not sucking it in, but to breathe it in through your nose and have the smells in your nostrils. And it's better for you than just actually sucking on this stuff and hoping to help you get not addicted to sucking on other stuff. Why don't we just not suck on anything? That would make our life 100 times easier. Plus, if we stop sucking on all this stuff, then we would have less issues with kids getting cancer at such a young age, lung cancer, and other problems that we're having. I have tons of kids in my school right now who already sound like they've been smoking for 40 or 50 years because they've been hitting the vape since they were like 12 years old. That's why when I was in grade 6, they made us do a PSA on it. Like, they made us watch a whole video and then write down statements and frightened us because they needed to. It was so bad when I was in grade 6, right before COVID, and even during the COVID. My teacher, I was in a French class, my teacher still made us learn tons about this kind of stuff. And it was like, this is gonna kill you. This was terrible for you. And like, yeah, it sounds a little harsh now, but I think back then that's what us kids needed. She has to scare it into us. Because if you don't scare it into us, it looks cool. Because the photos she showed us, let's be honest, some of the kids were like, oh, that's what I want to look like when I'm smoking. Oh, that's such a cool aesthetic to have around me. Vaping and stuff is the fashion that's around it and the style that's around it. Because I know that some kids do it just to look cool. And that's not cool. Because when you look closely into it, what the fume's trying to go for is the up and rising cottage core. It's built to look wood. It's built to look natural, like a wooden pipe. That looks rustic. This has a wood aesthetic on it. And now what it's trying to do is convince you that because it's wooden like that, you need it to complete your outfit and look cool. But if you really want to look cool, then just act cool. Trust me, I've had to learn this the hard way multiple times. I even had it written down in my yearbook this year. Dude, calm down. You're cooler than you think. And it's just, you need to realize sometimes how cool you are in the way that you act. Yeah, you might want to go for that aesthetic that you're going for, but it doesn't mean you have to jeopardize your health to do it. And if you're jeopardizing your health to try and look cooler, then you're not cool. And this is coming from a guy who struggled to find his place in the world for such a long time. So I understood that not everyone acted the same. And when I went into high school and the end of middle school, it was like, wait a minute, I don't really fit in with a lot of these people. And it was like, I'm falling through the cracks, and I didn't want to do that. So I found a friend group that now really supports me. But what happened is they also had to fall through the cracks. So I've been friends with the popular people. I've been friends with the not popular people. And now I have good relationships and connections going forward, but it's not because I jeopardized anything. I was just me, and they enjoyed me being me. Anyway, to bring it back to the fume, while I was looking at it, it seems to help people who need it. And that's weird to say, but the anxiety part, I've heard it helps a lot with stress, and that's good. That's what, if that's what it is, that's what it is. But the one guy I saw had the best idea ever. He took the cores out, instead of breathing in essential oils, he just used it as a straw, which made me want to try just breathing through a straw. And I gotta admit, it works good. My dad taught me about it when he taught me how to do diving in the pool and stuff. You breathe through a straw, it builds up your lungs, and it makes them stronger. Your lungs are a muscle, and the only way you're gonna build them up is by working on them. But you don't need the fume to stop smoking. Just grab a straw, grab something that can give you that same sensation of pulling it out of your pocket, and just... And what did I just do there? I took a deep breath while having my mouth in a straw shape. What did that do? It actually made me feel pretty good, because I'm talking, so I'm not taking a lot of deep breaths. But when I did that, it gives your brain a little bit of dopamine, makes you feel good. And now I'm gonna go on my day, and I don't need that urge. And if you really need that urge, something like the fume might be for you. But take the cores out. Don't take in all those essential oils. Just go up. Take some deep breaths, and trust me, you'll figure it out. It's gonna be okay. And if this addiction is really what you want to stop, you'll get through it. I'm there for you, and I want to support you. So leave it down in the comments, message me personally. I will help you guys if you need that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video with me today. This is the first video on the channel. I just thought we need some sense talked into us, because if you're like me and you're of the younger demographic, we're not Gen Alpha, but we're late Gen Z. We're starting to fall into a lot of these bad habits. And I'm just here to have this channel to be able to help us through that. And yeah, I might put myself as freedom of expression and comedy, but I'm here to make the world a better place, and I'm gonna do that as long as I can. With my inspirations being Drew Gooden, Soggy Cereal, I'm here to make your world a better place. If you guys want anything on this channel, if you want this channel to be something, I will try my best to do that. So leave in the comments below what you enjoy about the content and what you would want me to do a content on next. I will be reading your comments, and as long as I can, I will always try to. And thank you, dude, for coming on so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Throw this in here quick, guys. Edited Mason. It's the same day. I try and edit these videos on the same day. If you help support me, I promise I'll buy a better mic. I realize some of those shots did not sound the best, but thank you so much for supporting me on my first video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, dude.
Oh, who's that cute puppy girl? Who's that cute puppy girl?